This backdrop is meant to be serene. Recently, the swell of D&D, anti-D&D and anti-Wizard of the Coast posts on social media, videos on YouTube, TikTok, and so forth, is growing, and it's growing because of the algorithm. And we know everyone knows this, that the algorithm for all of these social medias are fueled by engagement, and nothing engages people more than negativity, unfortunately. And it's becoming very, very clear that going on the anti-Wizards, anti-Hasbro, anti-D&D bandwagon is the new big thing. Everybody wants to get a piece of this. So every single social media channel that's connected to the nerd sphere is going to talk about it because it fuels engagement. And for some of these people, they've gotten thousands of new subs because of this. So it fuels their interest to continue this narrative. Even me, I've gotten more subs in the last 2 weeks than I have in the previous 2 months. But I'm taking this moment to tell people that, or maybe suggest at least, that maybe we should take a break, or at least exercise a measure of skepticism before we share things. Now, I'm not saying that all of these social media channels are sharing stuff or sharing information from untrustworthy sources, but unfortunately, I'm starting to believe a few are. Now, I support the Open D&D movement and the push for a corporate-agnostic OGL, but just because these videos and posts encourage an opinion you're currently supporting doesn't mean they're channeling the truth. And I've decided that I am going to slow down or stop posting videos altogether or sharing links altogether unless they are, in my opinion, validated and being made by somebody who doesn't have an ulterior motive, and that's unfortunately quite few. For example, D&D Shorts today posted a video about a damning leak from Wizards of the Coast, and he went on a big rant about this, and that fuels engagement. Unfortunately, this leak has been discredited by not one, but several ex-Wizard of the Coast employees that's saying that this is absolutely not true. And it's talking about how often that they read comments. And he was claiming he had a leak that said Wizards doesn't read any feedback at all. And I thought that was difficult to believe. And several Wizards, ex-Wizards employees have said that that's absolutely categorically false. And this is what we need to avoid. And the same thing goes to people that are posting and then skew that post into something that helps them out in some way. I've been as guilty as anyone else. I obviously want to push a narrative that people not abandon D&D. If you want to abandon Wizards of the Coast, that's fine. If you're angry with D&D, that's fine. You should be. But if you abandon 5th edition completely because of what Hasbro's doing, you are putting the livelihood of several third-party publishers, I mean several, I mean hundreds, at risk. So when you say, I'm going to abandon this to go to another system, and one of the things I've seen, and I've been seeing it more and more often, this narrative, abandon D&D, try this system. And unfortunately, on a lot of these situations, it's Pathfinder 2nd edition, which for a third-party publisher is not an appealing system. Not because it's a good system or bad system, I don't care. It's because of its market share, which is very small. Last count had Pathfinder 2nd edition's market share at less than 5%. So there's, if you want to, just because you like the system, go ahead. But if you're doing this for money, writing for Pathfinder 2nd edition is not as appealing as you might think it is. So it's important to consider these social media, these posts. It's a social media personality posting updates remarkably fast in response to official posts. Are they creating headlines that resemble clickbait? Is a social media personality a publisher or engaged with a publisher producing a competing game, like mine? And yes, like I said, this includes questioning the motives of posts I make on social media as well. I too have shared clickbait videos. This could be considered a clickbait video. But given the delusion, the speed at which these leaks appear of late, I'm starting to get concerned. Social media engages people with anecdotes they like, not necessarily the truth. Like everything, take it with a grain of salt and engage in a healthy level of skepticism. So that's what I'm asking. I am asking people that, you know, if you want to watch these videos and you want to get riled up, do so. It's entirely your choice. But take a moment, take a breather before you share that link or share that YouTube or share that article and ask yourself, can this be refuted? This person says, this is absolutely refuted fact. I've confirmed it. but we're taking this person's word for it. And like I said, I am not on Wizards of the Coast side on this. I am still an open D&D advocate, and I will remain. But I'm starting to get concerned at the speed of the amount of these leaks that we're getting from Wizards of the Coast. I'm starting to get concerned that some of these social media personalities will, once this thing blows over, they're not going to have that engine. So they want to continue this engagement because they're getting massive subs, and then they're getting revenue as a result. So I think it's really important to take that into consideration when you're watching these videos. So anyway, this has been Chris from DXX Machina. Thank you for listening.